Hello everyone, and welcome back to another review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at the very competently made Green Room, directed by Jeremy Saulnier, I hope I pronounced that right, starring Anton Yelchin and Patrick Stewart. This is going to be a very bare bones review, not going to give nothing away. Maybe some things, not everything. Alright. Basic plot of this movie, this band, right, this punk band gets a gig at like a neo-Nazi nightclub. And one of the band members forgets their phone inside of a green room. Of course. Someone's gotta forget their cell phone somewhere. Just like in real life. Anyway, one of the band members, being a good friend, goes to get the girl's phone, and he witnesses the aftermath of a murder. And from then, the chaos begins. I want to say right now, this is a very competently shot movie. It's very intense. It's very claustrophobic, and it's also very claustrophobic to me because for the majority of the movie you're confined to this club, but more specifically you're confined to this green room. And the room is so small, it's so tight, and you have all these people in here. And it creates this sense of claustrophobia, and I like it a lot. I like the performances of Anton Yelchin, who plays his character called Pat. I really like his performance a lot. I thought he did a great job. There's this one brutal scene where like the neo-Nazis are trying to break into the green room, and like you don't see it happening, but he's being attacked. But you see the aftermath of what happened, and his entire arm is completely cut to shreds, and it's terrifying to look at, and like he's screaming in pain, and you're screaming in pain just looking at that, because it's like his entire arm looks so limp and like it's ready to fall off his body, and just oof. There's also these attack dogs that are also in the movie that do a lot of killing. Like one attack dog rips a character's throat out, and it's very vicious, very vicious. I think one of the best things I do like about this movie is that while it is very intense, for the most part, you don't really see a lot of the kills, which I can appreciate, because to me, the best horror movies, especially if you're doing like suspense thrillers like this, the best ones are where you don't see the actual kill happen. You see the aftermath of what happened, and your mind processes exactly what you think you saw. To me, that's effective directing for like a horror thriller, like something like this. Not like a gore fest like a Friday the 13th, where you're paying to see that. So yeah, to me, this movie does an effective job of just showing you the aftermath of what you see, which to me is much more creepier and just much more horrifying than seeing the kill shot. Another good performance in this movie is Patrick Stewart, who plays the Darcy, the owner of this club. And Stewart turns in a really good performance, and I think this is one of like either his first or one of his very few horror movies that he's ever done. And I like his character, but I don't think a lot of people say that Stewart gave a terrifying performance. To me, he gave a solid performance. Unfortunately, it's not a memorable performance. It's kind of those performances that just blends in with the rest of the movie. It doesn't really stand out, which is a shame, because Patrick Stewart is an amazing actor. And the fact that this movie didn't really give his character, who essentially is the lead villain, that signature moment, kind of makes him forgettable. Again, it's not Patrick Stewart's fault. That's just all in the writing. And that's another thing I'm going to get to. A lot of the writing in this movie can be very flimsy at times, and a lot of the characters can be kind of stupid. Again, a character who forgets their cell phone. Come on, man. Characters who are saying, we gotta split up. Seriously, you're in a hostile situation, and the first thing that comes to your mind is to split up? Yeah, done, finished, over. You died, and you just and you just stilled your own death warrant. So yeah. But again, overall, this is a very, very enjoyable movie. It is competently directed. For the most part, the writing is pretty good, though it can be very flimsy at some points and fall under those horror conveniences, which are all too familiar for horror fans like myself. But you do got rock solid performances from Anton Yelchin and Patrick Stewart, and you got Imogen Poots, who puts on a decent performance, puts on an okay performance herself. To me, I think she was the weak link in this movie because the entire time she's talking, I feel like she just got high because she sounds so emotionless. And everyone says, oh, she was a stand-up performer. If she was in a movie like Pineapple Express, I would say she was a stand-up performer because she looked like she was baked every time she would talk. She looked so just like, oh, okay, oh no. Put some emotion, put that emotion into a woman, goddamn. The girl that was in the band had more emotion than you did, and I think she was better in this. I think her performance was better than yours. I think they should have switched those roles around, because the girl that was in the band, I think, did a better job with Imogen Pooch's part, because at least she had some emotion and was actually trying to act and not act like she's completely stoned. So yeah, that's another criticism I got with this movie. Yeah, so with all that being said, I still really find this movie to be highly enjoyable. It does have a lot of intense moments. The performances are very, very good. And like I said, the direction is very tight. This movie goes at a nice, good, flowing pace from one scene to the next. And everything goes up to me to an okay conclusion. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to give The Green Room a solid 7 out of 10. If you haven't seen it, pick it up, because it is worth it. And if you do like good horror thrillers, I put this right up there with some of the best of them. Okay, well, this is AJ Legend. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.